Uh, I think just a recap. We see this is a article someone has written. It's a very basic article. Okay, not so much, but with this, I think we should be able to do some few commands. Okay, then maybe we'll get some good items and come to know. Let's check into it. You can open up this link. They would have given a lot of commands. Okay, so it just covers some basic commands for today. Okay, so what is shell or bash? Okay, so they are something like a command line interface that they provide to you. You can using which you can execute some commands like listing files and a lot of automations also you can do. Like you can sequentialize a lot of commands. Like how we write a program, we can just sequentialize the commands and one after one they will get executed. Okay, so like how we have ls listing pwd, this will do my print working directory and all. We can go through this commands. Okay, so okay, I think we covered a lot last time. Okay, file folder command, navigation commands, all these things we covered, right? More, less, make directory, remove directory, search, find, grepping, searching, and all we covered. Let's see, this article have them or not. Okay. Okay. So the first command they wanted to let us know is ps command. PS command, what does it do? We can know what does it do. It just prints the process states. So what process and all are running and all it can print.
So your voice is little bit slow.
Okay, let me connect my mobile. I didn't connect my mobile.
No, it is fine. The voice is
Okay,
little bit slow, not breaking.
okay,
That's
sorry. Fine. So PS, I think it returns sudo, bash, and PS. So what does it mean? It's my PC supports both. I mean, it supports bash. Okay. I mean, I have just logged in as a sudo and as a bash. I can run any bash commands. So what are commands that are running? They are running as a bash. Okay. And if you see, third one is PS. Okay. Third one is this PS is nothing but what command that you gave here. Okay. That is what it is showing. If you run it again, the same PS will come with 20 different process ID. Okay. So what PS command does is it just prints. Okay. So allow bash. Okay. You can determine which shell type, what type of shell type or commands that this is going to execute. You can come to know. Okay, using this command. So when you type PS, if it comes as bash, so your PC is supporting bash type of scripting. Okay, so you can write bash scripts and all on and sequentialize them on running it. Okay, so how would a general command look is you can type a command and with some arguments. Okay, optional arguments. Okay, so one of the examples we did is ls is just a list commands, a list files. So you can give an argument like -l. Okay, so it's going to list or latest wise. Okay, or it just will do man ls. Okay, so here if you see, what does l do? L use a long listing format. Use a long listing format. What does it mean? ls minus l. No, no, no. We'll do a ls minus lrt. So now I think it is printing in a sorted format, like February 28th you created a file, post that March 28th we edited the folder, then March 9th, March 12th. It is just sorting the files and folders in the sequence you created them. Okay, so ls is the main command, but minus lrt is the arguments that you are passing it. So output of the ls can be sorted or arranged as in a format that you want. Okay, so at the end you are giving t, so they are sorted at time, at using time as an parameter they are sorting it. Next, what we have, ls minus r. What does it do? The output is something different. So we can see what does minus r do. P, P, Q, and R. See, reverse order while sorting. The sorting should be in reverse order. Okay, but what does reverse mean here? 29. It is also in same March 20, March 9. Okay, so they are completely different. We are not no relation, I think, with respect to this and this. So how they are sorted. Okay, maybe we didn't give the time, so it is not sorting as per the time. Okay, so we'll go through the next command. So basically what I wanted to show is how you give, how commands are given, how you can give options to them, any arguments that you can give to them. So command followed by uh, arguments. So the arguments will be taken as an additional input to a command. Okay, I think next we did date. I think we covered this date last time itself. It is just going to print date and time. Okay, so it just prints the date in a way that in a standard format. We can change them also in a format using the additional arguments. Let's see, mandate, what it does. Display time. So it has a lot of option using which it can we can change the output format also of the state. Okay, so we may not need to go through that. So they have given some examples also. Convert seconds in epoch. Okay, it is just for conversions. Let's see, any one argument we can create. Date minus UTC. Okay, we'll try this. What it does, we'll see. See, now if you see, earlier the time was 9:15 IST, Indian Standard Time. So when we gave date minus U, it printed the US UTC time. UTC time, maybe this is for US time, US time zone, or in US some specific places there, that time zone, I think. See, 3:46. So 3:46, it was almost same. So it printed the time which is in this time. So what is this time? Coordinated universal time. This is a coordinated universal time. It has nothing to do with any location. Okay. So using such arguments, we can change the format of a output that a command prints. Okay. Okay, next we'll go ls, we covered. Echo also we covered. Echo, I think it will just print whatever arguments that you pass. Okay. Now we'll look about how to create an bash scripts. Okay. So what does bash script does is it's a text file which takes sequence of commands. It's a text file which takes a sequence of commands, okay, and executes them one after other. Just text file which takes okay, we'll just create a document. Which folder am I in? CPP tutorials. Okay, we'll just get in here. So as of now it has no files. Let me create a file and put some commands. Oh, new file, new file, new file. Yay. Okay. So one thing when we need to do is when you create any bash script file, it's better you give dot it ends with a dot sh format so that we can remember or associate it with some shell script file. So in this, I can put all the commands that we want: date, then time, then ls, what pwd, all these commands we can put. Okay, and we'll see, try to execute it. So first thing you need to do is you need to check whether this guy has executable permissions or not. Okay, whether this guy has executable permissions or not. So to check whether this script has executable permissions or not, you can do a ls minus lrt on top of it. You can do a ls minus lrt on top of it. The moment you do it, it will print what are its property. As of now, you see R and W. R and W means read and write. And the third one says whether it's executable or not, X or not. So as of now, this is not having any executable permissions. So even if I run it, so it won't be able to, it will not allow us to run it. So it will give us some error. I wanted to show you that error. See, it says permission denied. So whenever you write any shell script and you want to run it, so you make sure you have given it sufficient permissions. Okay. So now how do you give permission to the scripts is chmod change mode and say plus x. When you give plus x, you are giving an executable permission to this script. You are giving an executable permission to the script. Then if I run it, it is going to run this script. Like it is going to run the script. Now if you see, it printed date, okay, and I just typed time and something else it printed. And what else was there? Hmm. Date, time, ls and pwd. ls means list number of files. Pwd means print working time, print working directory. Let me see what I get if I print time. See, If I print time, it is getting some error, some results, real user and system. Okay, what does print time do? We'll see what does time actually print. Time runs a program and summarizes system resource usage. It doesn't actually print the current time. It is printing some system resource usage, how much resources a system is being used. So that and all it is printing. Okay, so that is not of any use for us. Okay, so I'll just remove this part. So now what we can do is when you can add comments also. So how do you add a comment? Since bash script is, you can just put a hash symbol. If you put, this will become a commented line. Okay, then we can run this script. Now we'll see, you can see the date command running, and ls, the second this ran, the time didn't run, so you are not getting this result. So the second command is ls. Since there is only one file in this folder, it is just printing this one. And you can do a pwd, it will print the print working directory also. Maybe you guys can try this once. Okay, so before that, right, what I wanted to tell you is, see, whatever I have wrote was a dummy script file. Okay, so if you want it to work properly, right, you should always make explicitly specify this as a bash script. So you can do this by this. Okay, declaring this as a bash script, like how we do hash include stdio.h or iostream.h. Okay, to make the OS know that this is going to be a bash script, you can mention, you can add this by default. So whenever you write any bash scripts, right, or a sequence of Linux application commands you want to run using the bash scripts, you open a file and you can add this entry at the top. Okay, let's see, can run this bash pad interpreter, something wrong I have given. What it is? Okay, I didn't put the /. See, so it's a standard practice to put it as a bash script, and it will run all these commands, okay, which you have mentioned in that file. Okay, maybe you guys can open your WSL or Ubuntu or anything, or you guys can even run this on an online bash. You can just create a file and see if you guys can run a sequence of commands on a bash. You guys can run it and let me know if you are facing any issues. So first thing that you should need to do is create a file, open a file, okay, and save the contents. Right, type those commands and save the contents. Then you should give the permissions to this, sufficient permission for this file to be executed. So what you need to do is chmod +x, then followed by file name. Once you give this, okay, and you check the properties, you would see this one has read, write, and execute. Read, write, and execute permission. So you can execute it. Once you have the executable permission, you can run it. Okay, just do a run on this. We'll see. Try it and let me know. You guys are able to
Yes,
run it?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You can
I've
just make it.
done that.
If you want, I can show
So
you that uh, list of commands. These are just basic dummy commands that I've written. Okay, very minimal.
yeah, I've done. It is working.
Okay. Others, any you can replace them with any other commands. You can put any other commands that you want to know. Yeah.
So inside the base, we can write anything. Huh?
Yeah, any Linux commands.
Mhm.
You can it is like just like a C program where you write one after one
Mhm.
scripts. So all the commands that you want to run one after one, you can put them here. So they will all run one after other. Date, ls, pwd, followed by
Mhm.
pwd. So if you change the sequence, the output will change. Not just that, I can change my directory also. So I just added few more lines. Is I changed my directory to root directory. Then I typed date. Then I listed number of files, all the files in my root directory. Then I did a pwd print working directory. Then I moved back. So maybe I'll add the pwd here. Pwd here. You guys know what cd minus does, right? Cd means change directory to where
Yeah, change direct.
slash means root. Okay. Cd minus means just go to the previous working directory. Okay. Now, as per this code, what we are doing, changing directory to the root. Then we are doing print working directly, pwd. Okay. So with this, we can verify whether we are in root or not. Okay. Then we'll just type date and ls. I think if you don't want, I'll just remove this. It makes no sense. Okay. So we are going to change directory, print what directory we are in, list the files, and then come back to the present working directory, previously working directory, and just print what folder you are in. Okay. So what it does is it came to root, cd root. When we typed cd root, it came to root, and it printed. We had a pwd command, right? So it just printed print working directory is root. It just printed there. Then we had ls. So these are my files or my folders in the root folder. Okay. So we can compare them. ls slash root. See, list files in root. So if you see, we got the same result. Okay, even you run one by one command or somewhere else as a script, the result will remain the same. So it printed all the folders here. Then we did a pwd. We did a cd minus. We did a cd minus. So whenever you do cd minus, not just switch to the other directory. So earlier it was in root. From there it switched to some other root. Not just that, it will print what is the previous working directory also. See, when I type cd minus, it came to Linux commands. You got this print and we moved to that folder as well. Now if I type cd minus again, it is going to come back to bash scripts, which was here, and it's going to print it. So that's why you see this error, this log followed by one more instance because we added one more PWD. Okay, we just added one more PWD. So you guys are clear with this? Any doubts on writing small micro bash scripts?
Yeah, it's clear.
I think Lipsa or Smita, you guys have written bash scripts, right? Earlier. You guys, by any chance, you guys know how to write a bash scripts or shell scripts? Okay, not getting an answer. Okay. Okay, next what we can do is, so we can add multiple commands. Okay, so in bash script, along with the typing commands, you can print some standard scripts, or you can read some input from the user. You can ask for some input from the user. So whatever user types, you can read it. Okay, and do some operations. Okay, and print whatever he has uh, printed, whatever he has typed. So before going to this example, I'll explain what a read does. Okay, so we only have basic script. Now we'll have basic read.sh. I created a file by name basic read. What it is going to have, hash $/bin/ this is my basic uh, start of line. Then I can type something like, okay, echo what's up. So I created a file. I gave the permissions. I executed it. So I executed the script. It has some echo command. So it just printed whatever you wrote inside that. So I had a echo command. It had something like a enter string, and it just printed it. Okay, so this is a constant string, so it just printed it. So what if you want to save read from user and print it? So you can use the standard read command. Okay, followed by you can give some variable name. So to one thing that you need to know is, what does read do and what does read line is going to be. So in C, you would have declared variable int followed by something and all. Here, you don't need to do it. So you don't need anything like a variable declarations and all. Okay, the compiler will understand based on what you written. script itself in a different world. The way they write the variables and all are completely different. Okay, so the moment you say read, okay, it will assume the next is a variable. Okay, we can predefine the variable, or you can just add it here. So the content that you typed will get into this variable. It will be stored into this variable. Then you can make changes to print it. So some reason this is not. Okay, I should use Vim, I think. Let me get out of this. So VA, see Vim. It's good. So I just installed a different command line editor. That's it. Now I'm going to run it. So he's waiting for some input. I just typed it. So I just typed whatever I want and pressed enter. So the read command that I have entered read whatever that I have entered and just hit printed. You can change the sequence. Okay. See the string that I entered. Okay. So the content of this is saved into a variable. Okay. This is some static string that I have added. Then whatever that I have saved is printed back. Okay. You guys can try this. So what it does is read. Okay. You can add a input you guys want. This is the right one. Enter something. You entered. You can write a command like verify what you entered. Now it is asking us a question to enter something. YUIR. This is what I entered. So it is just asking us to verify what you entered. You just print it, whatever that. It will just equal back whatever you have entered. I'll show you the commands maybe. Sorry guys, I'm back. You guys can run this and see it is working. You guys able to do this?
I'm trying, sir.
Okay, take it.
So, how did you change this color?
No, I installed Vim.
Uh, okay, I installed also. Okay, that's it.
Then you just need to open a file using Vim. Vim and
Yeah,
this
when that VI basic.
Vim, Vim and
Vim, I
file
done that one. Yeah.
Vim and enter.
Yes.
So maybe you are using WSL, right?
No, no, in that only means in my system only I'm doing, because here
VM.
the documents and all I have not created, no, so that's it.
Okay.
Directly I'm doing this in my system only.
Okay. This is Vim on my this thing. So you have a Linux machine on which you are trying.
Yes, yes,
So try and see if this color should come. If not, we
yeah,
can
yeah,
use gedit. We can use some gedit see, or change the permissions of the file and see if that is doable. The file name should end with .sh. Better.
that's it. But this one I'm not able to write it down. That
Mhm.
parts, that bin base, that one.
Start stash. You're not able to write it. uh, Maybe you don't know to use the keys. Okay. You do one thing. You do a gedit,
Mm-hmm.
gedit, and a basic
Right.
file name. Okay. You should be able to open using a normal editor, like a text editor. You can write the commands here.
Gedit basic card, right?
Yeah,
Gedit,
gedit, the file name.
gedit basic. Let us check here. It's came.
Okay.
Now it's coming. And yes. Yeah, it is coming.
Okay. So what it does is it echoes
Mm-hmm.
something. Echo means you can write. It's like printf. Okay, you can put something
Mm-hmm.
here and just printf. And read is like scanf or whatever that we have in C. So or stdc in. Oh, so it will take into this variable. Okay. Now you are just using echo to just print other string, and you can do an echo of this variable name. So it will just print the contents of it. So the difference here is when reading, you just say read line, but when you echo it back, you prepend it with a dollar, saying that when you prepend something with a dollar, it is going to assume this as a variable. It's not going to assume this as a some string. It's going to assume this as a variable. Okay, so it's going to print the content.
Okay, means it is started means the dollar symbol, it will be variable.
Dollar. If it starts with dollar,
Yeah.
then it's a variable.
Okay.
Okay. So I think there is one more. The same, I will CP basic. Okay. I just created one more file by name basic pos.h. Pos. What does pos do? What does pos do is it will just hold the command line. Okay. And it will not let you do anything or it just hangs there indefinitely. Okay. Let's see. We will enter some number, pause syntax error, unexpected file. So it's not an argument. Pause command not found. What is the command? Pause. No, need to write panel for pause. Okay. Okay. I think there isn't anything like pause here. I think we in C we had pause. Okay, in C++. Sorry, in shell we don't have anything like pause. Maybe we can add a sleep. Okay, we can add some sleep and see we'll just replace it with sleep. Sleep 2 seconds. So okay, so you see there was a pause here. Okay, after 3 to 5. After printing this, there was a pause, and then you got a result by name slept for 2 seconds. I'll run it and show again. I just printed it. So now you got the result. Now, but it waited and then printed the last line. Okay. We can extend this sleep as well to some 20 seconds. So it will just wait for that many seconds. So it actually takes inputs in terms of seconds, whatever units that you enter, right? It's going to take it in terms of seconds. We can also pass milliseconds, microseconds also. I'll tell you how we can add milliseconds or multiseconds. So just since we added 20 seconds wait, it was waiting for 20 seconds and then it came out of that. Okay. You got guys understood right what it does. I'll just make I'll just edit it. It will just wait for another 20 seconds and then it's going to come out. So we can stop the script also. So now if I see type Control C, Okay, we are just interrupting it, like how we do kill or end task in Windows, right? We can do this. We can just press a Control C and we can stop it. I'll show it again. So it is waiting. So I do a Control C, it just stopped. Okay, this also we can try. Okay, uh, you guys can try this one, basic sleep command. You can put your own interval, maybe a small intervals. You can type. So you can just edit the file, and you guys can just try this one. So if you guys are done, okay, we can actually open the man of sleep. Okay, manual for, and we can see how to wait for minutes and hours. Okay, so if you open the manual of sleep, what it does is it prints its delay for a specific amount of time. Okay, and in description we can see pause for number of seconds. Whatever number that you give, that many seconds it will wait. I gave 20, so that many seconds it is waiting. Okay, but I can also add a optional subscript S and optional subscript M. When you add M, it is going to wait for those many minutes. I can add a H, hours also, or delays. So number need not be an integer given two or more arguments. Pass for an amount of specific amount of sum of times. Okay, so I can even say 1 minute 20 seconds, something like that. So if I want to wait for 1 minute, I can say 1 minute followed by 20 seconds. Okay, this will wait for 1 minute and 2 seconds. It's just waiting for 1 minute and 2 seconds. Uh, you guys able to try the other one? Sleep for 20 seconds. Any issues there? See this one. This one waited and came out. Okay. Let's see if I can type 0.1 minute. I typed 0.1 minute. So 0.1 minute would be 6 seconds. Okay, it just waited for almost 8 seconds, I think. So let me type and see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. Okay. So almost my 9 counts, maybe it is equivalent to 8 seconds. Because I gave 0.1 minutes. 0.1 means 10% of 60 seconds, maybe 6 seconds. 6 plus 2, total 8 seconds it waited. Okay, so so all these tricks we can do. So you can just use sleeps for something to happen, something to complete, and post that you can do some other operations. So far, any doubts on this so far on this? Any doubts on this so far, guys? Kalyan? Next, what does it does? Okay. Next one is variable and data type declaration. How do you declare a variable and the corresponding data types, etc., etc. and all. Okay. So you can just declare a variable and initialize it. Okay. You can it is like this. Maybe the author is from Pakistan. So she added country is equal to Pakistan. Okay. And assign the value based on output from a programmer, or you can add something like this. Some country is equal to something like you can read evaluate an expression some and the result of the expression also you can assign to it. Okay, so I think she made some command line this thing. Okay, we can use it in our bash. So I'm going to create a file with basic variables hash slash bin slash. Okay, then I going to add country India. Okay, and let me print. Okay, so using this
So for
also,
that insert, any command is there, or you are typing something that insert one? It is coming right below.
oh, that I just need to type I.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
If you type I, it will come. So it's better you use gedit. You can save it. Okay, you can
Mm-hmm.
execute. See, Vim is very uh, what should I say, for experienced guys or people who have a lot of patience. Okay, if you start learning
Mm-hmm.
Vim, it will just consume a lot of your time.
Okay.
Just added the permission. So if you see, when I executed the script, it printed the content as India. Now India is a value that I assigned to a variable by name country. Okay, so I created a variable by name country. I assigned some value to it, and it just I did echo. It just printed it. You guys can try this one if you guys want. So basically, we just covered inputting or taking some input like a console input, like something equivalent to stdin or printf. We can do that with the help of a read command. Read followed by some variable, you can just get it. Now, similarly, you want to print something out, you can have the echo. You can use the echo command, echo followed by string or variable name. You should be able to print anything onto console. Okay. Now, other one is variable type. So you can declare variables in bash also. So the syntax will be like this. You can declare a variable country, okay, and assign some value to it, and you can just get it. You can just echo it and it will print the contents. Okay. You can try this one. Let me see if we can do array. It's an array. Let's see whether it can print it. Command not home. Wait. There's something wrong with this. Learning too many programming languages always confuses you. Oh, dear God. Okay, it is this. Let's let's try this. It's India, comma India. So it just printed India, comma India. My command was no. So it was countries. Now I can use index to print the contents as well. So how do I print the internal contents also? We can try. Hmm, something wrong. this. Okay, it just printed the contents of the array that we have created. So what is a right syntax for declaring an array is, okay, in C++ we use flower brackets, okay, whereas you here we just need to use the brackets that we use for functions, okay. So it's this brackets we use and we can declare the array that we want, okay. And if you want to print the elements, okay, you want to print the elements, you can do this dollar followed by this thing. So dollar followed by country zero will not give you the content, it will give you some chunk value, okay. So you need to specifically say whatever that you are writing inside this is going to be something like an array, means a variable name which you need to calculate. So countries of 0 will print this one India, countries of 1 will print Sri Lanka, countries of 2 which is inside the flower bracket will pick Pak, okay. So this is how you declare a variable and a array in shells, okay. Any more doubts, or you guys can try this one if you want. So I'll just save this as well, but better you guys can try this once. So you are able to run it.
Sir, I
Mhm.
have tried in that gedit one. It is coming like gedit encoding not supported. So
Can you do a save, control save, save? It's okay. You can open another shell.
control is
See, see, in one shell
okay.
you would
Okay,
have
I can
opened
open
this,
that
right?
one.
You open one more shell and edit. So that's a background log that you would get. Just do a save,
Uh,
okay, and
okay,
open one more
okay,
shell
okay, okay.
and do it.
Then it is fine. Country. Country. Yes. Photo. Sri Lanka, India. Sri Lanka. Back. Echo. Dollar. Yes. Countries. Yes, countries. Zero. For every countries, you have to write it down 0, 1, 2. Yeah.
The for loop part we'll see.
Yeah. Yes. One. Next country. Dollar. Yes. Okay. Yes. Done, sir. Then,
Okay, I think that should be good for today. So this is how
yeah.
you do a array. You can declare a
Mhm.
variable and you can declare an array and you can iterate through an array and print it.
Mhm.
So I'm just
Mhm.
giving some basic shell script so you guys can automate certain things that you want. Okay. Maybe
Okay.
I'll go through I'll get some good documents for Linux file systems. Once I get it, maybe I'll start that. So uh, I'll be that should be good anyway from next class onwards. Okay. Anything else for today, guys? That you guys wanted to know
Okay.
apart from me? Okay, that's all, guys. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Tomorrow same time, sir.
Same time.
Class.
Thank you.
Okay.
8:50 and we'll start. Thank you. Okay, now I have. Okay, so this class we will do uh, bash arrays. Okay, so basic arrays. So how do we do iterate through an arrays or getting a length of an array, something like that. Okay, so I think this is similar to mostly C programming. Okay, so what I wanted to do is just give some introduction so that see why bash scripts are needed is you will write application in C++, but for compiling that you would do all those CMake and all. So to reduce the work that you do on CMake, you can write a bash script. So the bash script will call a sequence of commands, okay, wherein which will help you build all applications at once and create a package or tar dot image, and it can also copy to a target. So all these things it can do. So to just avoid optimize your job or work, you would need to know this bash scripting. So C or C++ as a programming language, then bash scripting is only to do your day-to-day activities. Whatever you do, then you can copy to somewhere else, for building and copying to somewhere else. That's what we know. So I think in last class we did printing the contents of an element, right? So now we see there are three elements here. So how we can access them each one after another, and you can print them is what we have here. Now we can write a now if by any chance you want to know how many elements are there in this array, okay, how many elements are there in this array, what you can do is you can use this syntax dollar followed by in the index you can just put an ampersand here. Okay, once you put it, it should give the length of this array. We'll just try this one. Okay, we'll give chmod plus x bash array echo. I think it's printing bash arrays. Okay, it is printing each and every element. It is just printing each and okay. Let me correct. Is a correct syntax for it. It should be ampersand. Should be ampersand itself. Okay, for each every element. Is there something wrong? Okay, hash. Okay, just need to put hash at the start. I'll try this. Just okay, yeah, got. So it just is so confusing sometimes, right? So if you just want to count each and every elements in an array, what you can do is you just put an hash, like you just want the number count followed by this one. Okay, followed by the array name, and followed by in the bracket you can just put the ampersand. Okay, now if you remove this hash, it's going to print each and every elements in the array. Okay, so we can just try this one. So we can just try. So it's just printing the number of elements in the array, and each and every elements also it is printing. Okay, so I'll just remove this one. It's no longer required for us. Size of array and okay. So this is how you can just iterate, get the size of it and print each and every contents. Okay, maybe Sakali, if you want to try, you can just try this. Okay, or else we can go.
Okay. Writing down.
Okay,
Okay.
it's just you would have already have a script. Okay, we can just put
Mm-hmm.
echo dollar here and ampersand. Now, what are the previous scripts that you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can just put it. Then we will do this iterating each and every element over and
has been prosecuted. PI.
Can you can just open a Visual Studio Code using which you can edit. If you have a Linux machine, right? Open a Visual Studio Code using which you
Okay.
should be able to edit.
Directly I can do that one in
Yeah,
Visual Studio, right?
it is just a text editor. You can edit. You can open a session here and just run it. You don't need to
Okay.
specifically
Yes,
do
yes.
Vim and all.
That is fine. I'm writing that.
Yeah.
Yes, commands. Base script. Which one? Base array, right? So
Bash,
it is not.
it is just accessing arrays. You can
You're not.
do till just copy do till line number 10.
Okay, wait. It is not. It is not opening.
What Visual Studio Code is not opening?
No. Visual Studio Code is open, but whatever the code you have written, no, that means that command, Linux command, it is not coming. That base
This
array.
this one bash.
I have to create another one. Means this is not. Uh, I'm not able to pull, right? It is not saved, I think.
No, don't do that. Okay, you create this file. This I didn't push this file to you.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Okay, you create a
Yeah.
file for yourself. If
Yeah.
you want me to push, I can push it.
No. Wait, I'll write it down.
Yeah.
Base arrays dot sh. Okay. So that only one line is enough, right? And no need to write that array in base, size of array, those things no need to
This
write.
is not a so it is just for you to know. This will print the size of an array. Size of an array. Okay. This will print
Yeah.
each and
Base. Yes, okay. But countries. Countries. India, comma, Western, comma, Sri Lanka. Echo, dollar symbol, countries. Countries. At the rate. At the rate should be in bracket, right? Yes.
yeah.
Yes. As. Okay. Wait, I'll to run this one. It is coming. it has to run the base, right? Base like base, base. In base it will become, right? Yeah. So directly you can't run here, right? So you
No,
need
you
to
can't run here. You can
run from terminal only, or
run
directly
in
to
terminal. Yeah, it's
Visual
in.
Studio.
You can't run in terminal, no? You can't. So you say you want to do this in command line and run it. It opens a terminal and run there.
So
No, you can't
in
do run. That
you
you
can't.
can't do.
Yes.
You can't do that.
Yes. 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 That is the thing.
Start run without debugging, then it will go somewhere to somewhere. You
Yeah.
don't have an
That to find
extension.
scale script extension. Yes. It is asking. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'll save this one. I'll run. Wait.
Yeah.
Yes. Host country. It's country. Countries. Yes. Yes. I saved it. Yes. Terminal. Yes. So, sir, can you open that terminal one? So I forgot that.
Okay. You just need to give some permissions and run it. That's all.
Yes.
You just need to give some permission to it and run it. Because I can keep on going and explaining you, but
Yes.
if you don't run it, it's okay. Only for first few. If you are able to run, that should be fine. Then rest again, you can just fast forward.
Sorry. Search. Yes. Yeah, it's came. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
not run it. Good. Okay, so with this we should be able to print each and every element in the array. Okay, now what if you want to iterate through the elements of the array? You can write a for loop. Okay, you can just write a for loop for, and you can say x in the countries. So this is nothing but it's going to replace every element, India, comma, Sri Lanka, comma, Pakistan. So it's going to replace this with this. It is going to internally replace it with this, and this will be the new name given to the element here, which is here. Okay, and you can print them. You can just print them over here. Okay, so there are many examples here in this for loop. Okay, I'll show you that start, then you can understand the syntax. So the syntax will look like this. So loop ka syntax, it should start with keyword for and some local variable name that you give. Here is what you are going to give you an array. Okay, either you can use something like this. Okay, if it's an array like this, you can do something like this. Okay, or else if you just want to do for some iterations, then you can say 1, 2, 3, 4 till some 8 or 9 or 10, whatever max number that you want to do. You can do something like this. Okay, and you can say do whatever commands that you want to do. Okay, command here we just wanted to print each and every element here. Okay, so that's what it is. Then once all your commands are done, then you should say done. So it is like open bracket, close bracket we used to have in C, right? It is something similar to that. Open your bracket and close bracket for that. Okay. So then it's the same. If you want to do something with a variable, you can do it. Okay. So the next one is the array. This is what we have done. Okay. Dollar on the array. So this will iterate each and every element in the array. Okay. So I hope you are able to correlate this with this. I'll just paste this link here
Yes.
in so
in
you
chat.
can go through the just for looping part. Okay. So what they have done is here in this example for I is equal to 1 to 35 they have done. So I'll show the output of this. Okay, I'll do this also so that I don't want to write one more example for this. Okay. So here what they have done is they have created an local variable I, and I want to iterate from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 to 5. So for that, they what how they want to do? They just want to say pi and echo the variable I. Okay. Now I'll run this. We'll see the results. Okay. Now if you see the results, this part you know, but this is the place where we did iteration here. So it is a country, India in Asia. Okay, maybe I should change it to match. Okay, so what we are printing, first we are printing some space, then inside echo you can put variables also. Generally inside echo we give strings, but inside that you can put variables. Okay, the country is a local variable. Now you want to print the value of it, so you can do some calculations here and the results can be saved, and you can print the value of it, like how we do %d, %s and all, right? You can do this echo dollar country, and you can call this. Now it's going to print the results as you want. So it's going to say, so India is a country in Asia, Sri Lanka is a country in Asia, Pak is a country in Asia. Okay, it has iterated through each and every element. Now the second way of for looping is for I is equal to 1 to 5. I is equal to 1 to 5.
Means it is working as a string one, right?
This one, right?
Means
Yeah. So
like
what it
integer string we are calling that, like that only.
I think, see, this is going to this will be a replacement of this. Okay, copy paste of this. Then country, the moment you say country is going to point to the first element. Okay, then do and done. Then it's going to come back and automatically increment. So what we used to do in C, will the for loop we need to do, we will write I plus plus and all, right? Incrementing everything we used to write. So here you don't need to do that. You can
Yes.
do something like this. So for the first iteration, it will print the value. So in the second iteration, it will come back and automatically increment and print the contents. Okay. So similarly here also, it will print the one. Then once you say done, it is going to come here and it's going to come out. Okay.
Means that iteration work is done by do done
So
loop.
do done loop, the incrementing
Yes.
iterations and all, that is internal. Okay, we don't need to explicitly write them. Okay, that it can write.
Okay.
So this is another way. Now the third way is this one. You don't want to mention all the numbers. Okay, you can do something like this. Let's see if this is doable in our bash. I think they said sometimes you may need to set up a step value. Let's bash 3 version has inbuilt support. Okay, this is there. Let's now you want to do it so many times. See, this is also able to do. Okay, you can print this using this. So instead of mentioning each and every elements, we can just do this 1 to 5. Okay, now let's see, can we do it for this? So for this, what we may need to do? Okay, country of 0. First, we need to put a array subscript at the end 1, 2. Let's see if this is possible or not. Can we try this? Just trying. 1, 0, 2. Okay. So it's just like we are just iterating through this. Yeah, to okay, it is just treating this as a string. There is something wrong in the syntax. What did it do? India. So it just printed India value and this. So what if I do something like this? It will just going to add it is just treating this as a string. So that's the reason we didn't get it. I don't think we can do it this way. This will also fail. Oh, see, it worked. So these are right syntax. Okay, so you just need to remove. I think this will follow. Okay, this is similar to this. No, there is no change
Means
between
for
the.
string content, this is the main thing, or what? Means whatever the string content if will
No,
write.
it is not like string. It is an array. You are just trying to treat this as an array. Now I can have a array of ints as well. See, don't look this as a string. This is an array. This
Okay,
can
okay.
be string or numbers also you can have. Okay. So
Hmm.
how do you iterate over an array? Is what I wanted to say here. So this doesn't work. Okay. There should be another way. You can use the for loop and you can give the indexes and see. Okay. So now this is done. Now what it is has inbuilt support for setting a step value using syntax. So what does step value is? Incrementing. Okay, so you can increment and above. So this is available from so on so version bash 4 version and above. Now let's see what this does. What it does. 0 to okay, 0 to 10 with an index of 3. So what here we are trying to do is, so here what we did, we printed from element 1 to 5. So here also it should print from 0 to 10, but we gave double dot of 2, which means he should increment at a common intervals, like 0 to 2, or like printing only odd numbers. Okay, printing only odd numbers, or you can give a different number here. We can increment the index by 3 times, etc. and all we can do. Okay, so that is covered here. Okay, now if you see the result at the end, okay, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 is what he has done. So in the array, so first double 2 dots will represent from start to end, and the moment you give the second double dot, it will give you the intervals at which you can increment. Okay, I can change this to 3. Okay, then it will print only 0, 2, 0, 3, 6, and 9. Okay, it will print something till here. Okay, I'll just push this so that I think you can just pull it and run it. Okay, just now I'll just push it.
Okay.
What happened? Did you push something?
No, I didn't.
Something and all came. Okay. Dynamic cast. All this code went right. Is this code into events? I just pushed it. Maybe you can see that.
Okay. Yeah, it's working.
Okay, good. But you are able to understand, right? So what
Yes, yes.
it is. So
Yeah,
using
a
this, you
little
can
bit.
iterate.
Yeah.
You can iterate 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is. I mean, you
A
can.
little bit confusing, this one.
Yeah, because if you try to learn more than one language at a time, this is what happens. Okay, so
Yes.
I will not spend more time on this. Maybe this class should be last more. Beyond that, we'll do Linux commands. Okay,
Mhm.
Linux, C++ based IPCs will do. Okay, that should be
Okay.
more than enough for us. Okay,
Okay.
so next one is how to do a C-way or C standard way, like how we used to do in C. For loop, initialization expression, then expression 2, expression 3. This is nothing but initialization. We use the initialization here. Okay,
Mhm.
next one is condition. What is the condition through which this should continue? And step 3, you can use it for incrementing. How do you increment? Okay, this one we can also do here. Okay, so it is the same way. Okay, only thing, the syntax you would see would be a bit different. Okay, for what they have done is they have created a variable c is equal to 1, and they are trying to increment it, to initialize it at 1, and they are just incrementing it with a value 1. Okay, and if c is less than or equal to 5, they are just going to print it. Okay, this is almost the same. Okay, we can just run through it. We'll come to know. See, so this is the last output printed, 1 2 3 4 5. So we can use our C way of iterating through this elements also. Okay, so it doesn't need to specifically it doesn't need to use this. I mean, if you guys want to do some checks, for loop checks and all, C way of doing, if you want to do, we can do it in this way. Okay, we have complete control of incrementing and all. Okay, if you want to try, you can do it, or else maybe we can go to something next. Okay. Okay, so the other one is infinite loop. Okay, if you don't give any expressions, it's just going to go in an infinite loop. Okay, so that's what we can do. We'll see. Infinite loop means it will keep on going on. Okay, it will just print a lot of things, and we just need to print. So maybe I'll put a sleep here. 1.1. Yeah. So this is just going to print 10 entries. It's 0.1, right? 10 entries per second. Okay, maybe I'll reduce it. Okay, maybe approximately 1/3, more than three entries per second. Okay, so this is going to run in infinite loop. See, it is just printing. I need to stop this application. What we can do is Control C. So Control C is used to stop any applications. Okay, so we can do something like this. Okay, I'll put this in a new file. Okay, so you should be able to do some infinite looping. So generally, why we would use this, do it infinitely. Okay, if there is any reason to break, you can break. If something is done or met, you can come out of it.
The Control C, right? That will be stopped. Yeah.
Yeah, Control C, you can stop it. Okay, but if you want to put some conditions, we can put inside it. We'll show you that also. Okay, so here is a syntax, like you can do early exit of the statement. So in the for loop, you can put some condition, if then break. So for loop, inside for loop, you can put some break also. Okay, and okay. Okay, this is what we are. So inside a for loop, you can put some if conditions, and if the condition is met, we can break. Okay, all this we can do here. So in this example, what they are trying to do is Okay, I'll explain this next, but we can do some checking, if checking, okay, with whatever results that we already have. Okay, so I'll copy something from here. Not this. And we are trying to iterate. Let's write this code only. So what this will do, this will iterate through this continuously. Okay, then I can write a statement if, okay, dollar country is equal to INDIA. Okay, we can exit and I can write FY. Okay, let me see if this syntax is correct. If dollar, okay, dollar followed by this. Okay, okay. So this should also be a string. So I should put this. Okay, so we are trying to iterate through this array, and if it's found, we are just going to break. Maybe we can put it with the element at the end. So park is the last one which is here. We'll just end it. So let's see. Okay, I'm entering the wrong, executing the wrong one. Wash for loops. Okay, this one is stopping us. It's just ending here. Okay, I'll just move this up. This is not required for us. No, I'm just commenting this. Line number 13 command not found. Something wrong here. Okay, it is not this. Okay, so the if loop, how do you write if is in this bracket, square bracket? You write, then we can test it. What is that line number 14? If then break. If then break FI. What is wrong in this? God. Syntax, everything is correct. Suddenly, all these things have. Okay, it matches this. What is wrong? Should I give some tab? Okay, it's all on same line. Here, this is a funny language. It will expect us. Okay, okay, okay. Oh God, I didn't give the space here. You see, I didn't give the space, so it was giving all the problem. So if country is equal to park, we can just exit. Okay, I can just change it to Sri Lanka so that we don't need to print the final country. So it will just print till Sri Lanka and then it will come out. Okay. So, so, so how you can write a if statement. So here you can see this is an array. You can declare an array and you can iterate through an array using this for loop. Okay. Inside this for loop, if you want to write some if statements,
If loop.
you can write something like this. So we can actually also iterate this for loop. I can put somewhere here for C is equal to this or country is equal to this and I can exit. So all these things we can do. Okay. So let's if you want me to try that, I can try that. Okay. So let's see yearly continuation. Okay. There is one more thing that we can do here is okay. I can run a command and the result of this also I can execute. Okay. So what I meant to say here is, so if you see when I type ls, it is listing, giving me result 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 files. 6 files it gave me, right? Okay. I can write a command here and the result can be given. Okay. The result can be seen here. Okay. So I can just write ls. Okay. And the result is going to be files. Okay. And I can print is in my current folder. And I can say, I can do some checks before we do the checks. We'll see if this works. So what we are trying to do is we are just trying to run a command by name ls. If it gives any files, okay, as an array, take that and store the result into this. Store that here. The result will be stored here. Now iterate them one after one, and whenever you iterate, you copy the content to the files and you do some operations on top of it. Okay, is what this is. Where is it? For bash for loops only we are running. Let's just run this side. I think the result should be stored. You can store the results. Let us see this way. So now result I am saving it to the results. I am saving it to a variable ls, and it should print. Let's see if this works, or if I do something wrong. Var command not found. What did they do here? They just did this. Let's see if this works at least. And I would think there is something wrong in my this thing. Okay. So here it is able to go through it. Yes, star. So why is it not able to do ls? Okay. Okay. Maybe the command that was giving was wrong. Okay. For star. For star means everything in the current folder. So it is going to run something like this. Okay. For star, what it does is it took something like an ls for every command file in the folder. Okay. It created an local variable and it is passing through it. I'll join. Okay. Okay, thank you. I think when we put a star, okay, it's going to give back all the files that are in the current folder. Okay, and it's going to treat each and every element. The result will be stored into into an internal array, and you can, whenever you iterate through it, okay, the each element's value will be copied into the files, and you can print one after one. Okay. Okay, that's it for the class. We will resume some tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you all.